Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Let's get back into our topic, an extension of yesterday. I received so many emails last night about doors being open and doors being closed that I felt like I needed to go ahead and come back on today and just say a few more things about it. And what I like to say today is that the doors you entered might eventually close. I don't want to give you the impression that the next door you walk into is going to be the one that is your permanent door. Sometime there are doors you walk into and it's just a temporary door. It's a temporary wait. It's a temporary holding pattern for you to move on to the next thing. So sometime the door you enter, it might eventually close. Always be prepared for that and understand you must know when the season is up. You got to understand there are times when things have an expiration date and learn to be okay with that. Also, understand that God has a way of letting us know when it's time for us to go through the next door, when it's time for us to leave this door and move to the next door. But our problem is sometimes we're not ready to move on. Sometimes we are not willing to walk through the next door. Now, there are some people who refuse to leave. Some people are in situations or they're at certain places, whether they're at certain jobs or what have you, and they're like, I'm not going to let anybody run me away. I'm going to stay here. Even when you're going through things with relationships, things going on at your churches maybe, and you trying to fight to stay in a position that, you know what, there's sometimes you got to know when it's time to step away from this. Know when it's time to leave a certain situation. Know when it's time to relinquish and let things go and move on to the next thing. Sometimes you're holding yourself back. Sometimes you can be your own worst enemy. Be willing to walk through the next door. Now, I will say this. Sometimes people get too comfortable being in the door that they're in because it's safe and because it's familiar. That is a fact. Sometimes you know it's time to leave. You know it's time to let go of something. You know it's time to move on from something or someone. But because you've been there so long, you won't walk away from it. Or because you feel like you've invested so much time there, or you've invested so much there, you don't move to the next open door. You got to understand when you don't see anything progressing and when you're at a standstill and it's stagnant or it seems to be dried up, that is God's way of letting you know, okay, it's time to check out the next door. I've already opened it for you, but you're too busy looking at this door that is closed. It's dried up here. Let's move on to the next thing. So learn to stop hanging on so much. And some people are guilty of that. They hang on and they hang on. And it's okay to feel like you've invested so much time there. But what's not okay is to not be willing to move on and to grow. Moving on and moving to the next door. And when the door closes, it doesn't mean that the door is closed because you have no other options. It simply means it's time now. God wants you to grow and to mature. Now, let me give you something. I read a quote from Dr. Billy Graham, and this quote stayed with me because it is so powerful what he said. And he said, God doesn't give us more than we can handle. And he said, God can open doors to things of importance. And always remember, whatever door God opens for you, he will definitely make a way while you're inside that door. Now, I know that's something hard to grasp for a lot of people, but just from reading the emails, it seems like some of you are afraid to accept closed doors. And as Dr. Billy Graham said, God has doors, very important doors, and he will make a way. But when he makes a way, when he gives you a sign and let you know to move to the next door, accept that that door is closed and be okay with it. Now, being complacent That's an issue. That is a major problem. Some people get complacent and comfortable where they are, as I said before. But when the door closed, that is your cue to leave. Learn how to be okay when that happens and begin to look forward to new things. Begin to look forward to the new doors and the new possibilities and the new opportunities that's coming your way. Like I said yesterday, God will never close the door without opening another door. And don't sit around worrying about people, because when God opens a door, no man is going to be able to shut that. And when he closes a door, can't nobody open that door, not even you. So understand this. Look forward to what's next. All closed doors is not a negative thing. It might just be a good thing. It might lead you to what is next and something better coming in your life. And I'm going to go ahead and speak a prophetic word today over somebody. Expect better. Your greater is coming. Just understand your greater is coming. Something big is coming for somebody within the next several months, between now and the month of August. Somebody is going to get a breakthrough that you didn't even pray for. You're about to get something. Something is coming your way. And you know something, in between now and the month of July, somebody is going to decide that, you know what? I am going to step out on faith, and I'm going to do something different. I'm going to step out on faith. Somebody is expecting a healing. You've been praying for a healing. You've been praying for the Lord to touch your body. And you know what? He's going to do that because he's heard you. He's seen you up late at night. You in so much pain. You uncomfortable. He's seen you. He's seen you, and he's heard you. Don't give up. Don't give up. No matter where you are right now, no matter what you're going through, don't give up. The door is opening for you. Be aware that when one door closes, it's another one open. And it's God's way of letting you know, I'm going to take care of you no matter where you are. But also, I got something greater for you, something better for you. And it does not always be something you can see. It might not even be something you have prayed for, but you've got to understand he knows what we need. He knows when we need it, and he knows exactly what to do to get it to us. Even if we kick and scream and fight against it, there's a door that's opening for you. And you know what? Between now and December 31st, on December 31st, when you go to watch night, you're going to turn that thing into a testimony service and a praise report. So many of you going to have praise reports. So just look for the good and look for the open door that's coming your way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you back.